Ladies, I am here tonight on the show. And tonight we're gonna talk about the games. We're gonna focus what the hell's going on. We're gonna focus more on the Jacksonville Tennessee game. Maybe if I'm getting finished, I'll talk a little bit about the Chiefs and Raiders game. We're gonna focus on this game, the Jaguars Titans fighting for the division. The winner gets to go to the playoffs and also become the champions of the AFC South. This game, man, obviously you thought maybe the Jaguars could completely win this game, dominate this game because it's Trevor Lawrence, who's a very high prospect coming out of college, out of the University of Clemson, blue chip prospect, versus a third stringer by the name of Josh Dobbs, I believe from Tennessee. Tennessee Volunteers, I think as well, right? He went to college there, I believe. But anyways, man, this game, man, just like the Thursday night game from a few days last week, Tennessee really played in it, man. They actually led this game 10-0, man. At one point at the halftime, they take a 13-7 lead. I believe they went into the fourth quarter with a 16-10 lead. And yeah, man, I think Jacksonville didn't take the lead until like 3 minutes left, man. This game was a lot closer. And that's the thing with Tennessee, man. They lost the last 7 games of the season, man. I believe they were at one point 7-3, and they finished the season 7-10. I just don't think they have a quarterback, man. They need a quarterback. I don't think Ryan Tannehill's the answer. They got to go out and probably in the market and get a quarterback. Is Malik Willis the answer? The thing is, I feel like Malik Willis, he's so far behind in his as a thrower. And I don't know, with Mike Vrabel being more of a defensive-minded coach, I don't think that's the right team for him. He needs to go into a situation where it's like a offensive guru that can be super patient with him. I feel like, I don't know why Tennessee drafted this guy, man. Tennessee does not have the coaching staff to, I don't think, to develop him. They would have to bring in a very good offensive guru to develop this kid. But then the problem is, if you bring in the offensive guru, in 2 to 3 years, he's gonna get a head coaching job, right? So they're kind of, but I mean, that's the only option they have at this point. Bringing an offensive guru that can see if they can develop Malik Willis, and maybe at least in 2 or 3 years. Then even if he were to get promoted to be head coach somewhere else, at least you hope. That's what Brian Dable, right? He did with the Bills with Josh Allen. He developed him coming out of Wyoming. And now he developed him, and now he went on to be head coach in the Giants. You kind of need a similar situation to that if you're Tennessee. You got to go out there and get an offensive guru and try to develop Malik Willis in about 2 to 3 years, because if he does develop him successfully, just like Brian Dable, that guy will go on to become a head coach somewhere else. So that's because I think Ryan Tannehill is finished, man. He's done there. But yeah, man, I don't think Joshua Dobbs is the answer either. I mean, it's either go out in the free agent market and get a quarterback, or you figure out a way to develop Malik Willis. But anyways, man, this game, man, like I said, man, this is what I'll say about Jacksonville. Congratulations, man. They finished 9-8. They win this AFC South. But in the last 2 years, I'm not sure I'm that at all impressed with Trevor Lawrence. I compared them to like Joe Barrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Nowhere as good as them as of right now. Maybe in the future. Right now, not as. I'm not even sure if he's quite as good as a Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson. I thought even Kyler Murray, when he first came out, he was more electrifying. When he first came out of Oklahoma. I don't know. He missed that terrible throw. Who was it to? He overthrew the end zone. Was it Christian Kirk? He completely overthrew. It wasn't Christian Kirk. Who was it? St. Jones completely overthrew him in the end zone. That would have been a touchdown. They couldn't tie the game, man. They needed the freaking offense to get a strict sack fumble to tie the game. Offensively, they were just getting field goals. I believe they only had one touchdown in the entire game. Everything else was either field goals or that late touchdown with like 3 minutes left, a straight sack fumble. Trevor Lawrence went 20 for 32, 212 yards, one touchdown, 0 interceptions, but these are not great numbers. 212 yards, one touchdown. I'm sorry, but yeah, this guy, he's definitely like you. There's like you look at Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. Yeah, that's right now. He's not. I don't think he's nowhere as good as any of those guys. Maybe in the future he will be. Maybe the throw in motion. Maybe he does have a better throw in motion than a guy maybe like a Lamar Jackson. But I feel Lamar Jackson does more with his team, right? Like he electrifies more things. He makes more of an impact. I just feel this guy, man. I don't know. I think this year been an ass whooping, man, against a third-string quarterback. And you look at Tennessee and what they have: Robert Woods, Derrick Henry, but I don't know, man. I thought it was a little bit embarrassing for Trevor Lawrence that he couldn't get a touchdown in the second half, and he needed his defense to bail him out. But let's see Trevor Lawrence. Let's give him another year. Let's see how he does in the playoffs. Maybe he'll have a much better playoff run. And a lot of teams, they just need to get in the playoffs and they can get hot. Never forget the 9-7 New York Giants upsetting the 18-0 New England Patriots in that Super Bowl. So you never know, man. Let's see what happens. Like I said, the running game, Travis Etienne, 17 yards. That was about it. As a team, they only ran for 19 yards. Couldn't run the football either. Christian Kirk led the way with 6 catches, 99 yards, 1 touchdown. Evan Ingram and Zane Jones had 4 catches. Not much. Tennessee, Joshua Dobbs, 29 for 20, completed 20 of 29 passes, 179 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Derrick Henry, 30 carries, 109 yards. As a team, they ran for 147 yards. Their leading receivers were Austin Hooper with 4 catches, 38 yards, and Robert Woods for 4 catches, 40 yards. Tyler and Burks also have 4 catches, 19 yards. But I'm not sure about this team. I mean, they do have some nice weapons, I guess, with, Derrick Henry, Robert Woods, Tyler Burks, Austin Hooper. They just got to get the quarterback right. Offensively, their weapons are pretty good, man. They just got a problem. They're not great, but they're good. I mean, Austin Hooper's a pretty good tight end. Derrick Henry, fantastic running back. Tyler Brooks is an up-and-coming wide receiver. I think Robert Woods is a good maybe 3 or 2 option. So if you can have Tyler Brooks develop as a one, I think Robert Woods is a good number 2 option, and then Austin Hooper at the tight end is pretty good. Like I said, the thing with this team is they got to get a quarterback, man. Whether it's develop Malik Willis or go look for something in the market, whether it's through a trade or free agency. But I think it's done for Ryan Tannehill. Josh Dobbs is not the answer. This team lost 7 in a row, and it was because they don't have a franchise quarterback. They need to go out and get one. Because this division is not that good, obviously. It took only 9 wins to win this thing. Got to go ahead and get a quarterback, man. Everybody in this division seems to have that problem except Jacksonville, right? All the other 3 teams in this division, do not seem to have a franchise quarterback. So they got to go and get one. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm on like a light. Have a good night, everybody. I'm out.